Hey guys, Anthony V here from Soul Charge. Sorry, it's been a little while. Today we are going to do an unboxing. Wonder what Amazon sent me. Well, you probably know if you've seen the description on this YouTube video. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's pop this baby open and see what we got today. Now, I did purchase this used, and it was sent from their warehouse. So I'm curious to see how this is packaged. Okay, cool. Looks like just inside the box is a bubble wrap. And on here it just says Canon Digital SLR Camera B Dual Pixel CMOS AF Black. Used, very good. So I did buy it used, and it is very good. I'm upgrading from my trusty 60D here. I love the 60D. It was a great camera. I've had it since 2011, and I put the custom firmware Magic Lantern on it, and it served me very well. Unfortunately, it doesn't turn on anymore, which is very sad, because I probably would have kept using it and not bought this one. But, you know, having the new dual pixel autofocus and the 80D is going to be awesome, because right now I'm actually shooting on a 7D, and I can't see myself because I don't have an external monitor hooked up, but I'm pretty sure I'm in focus, and I won't have to worry about that in the future with the 80D with the dual pixel autofocus. And I'm also shooting some B camera with my Samsung S10, and so that's exciting too. We'll put the 60D down. The reason why the 60D doesn't work is because it has the processor doesn't stick to the motherboard anymore, kind of like the red ring of death with the Xbox 360s. So this thing suffered from that too. It just doesn't turn on. I sent it back to Canon. They said it would be $400 to replace it. So I said, no, I'm gonna buy a new camera. So better off that way. And yeah, so goodbye 60D. I love you so much. I love the tilt out flippy screen. And I've taken some great photos with it, like that one behind me. It's a picture of the St. Petersburg Pier, which doesn't exist anymore because they destroyed it and were gonna build something else. I don't know if they ever did. I never went back to St. Pete, even though I lived close there. So let's cut open some of this bubble wrap here and see what we got. Bubble wrap. Cool. One layer of bubble wrap done. We got a little bit of tape here. We'll just cut it across the top. Awesome. Cut it across the top. Sweet. So it looks like, woo, looks smaller than the 60D. I mean, granted, where'd the 60D go? 60D has a battery grip on, but let's just take the battery grip off for a second here and compare it to the Canon 60D. I'm probably going to buy a battery grip for the 80D down the road because I love battery grips, but right now I don't really need them because I'm doing a lot of real estate photography work. So if we compare these, actually look identical, which is weird, but I guess I just thought the 60D was bigger for some reason. I mean, like, if you look at them, move some of this stuff out of the way, they look very identical. Very identical. I mean, obviously, there's a few differences here with quick settings, play, trash is in different spots, so it's going to take a little getting used to for me. But they still have all the buttons up top. And yeah, it looks just a little bit smaller. I don't get it. But when you put them together like that, like there's not a difference. So that's cool. It looks like the 60D has a longer flash thing, and this one's more rounded on the 80D. And the 80D looks a little bit more modern. So that's pretty cool. Looks like it's just a little dusty. This is supposed to have a shutter count of under 6,000, so that's pretty cool. A welcoming feature I'm looking forward to here is the headphone microphone jack. Obviously the 60D had a microphone jack, but didn't have a headphone jack. And I had to use the custom firmware Magic Lantern to get headphone monitoring out via USB and an adapter. So that was kind of a tricky little thing there. So back to the unboxing, put the 60D down again. We got the Canon EOS 80D strap, pretty awesome. It looks like we got a battery cover for the battery, and then it looks like we got a battery charger. It looks like the standard Canon one. Yep, cool. So clear off the counter here. maybe just put that away. I don't need the battery. Maybe there's a battery in here. Ooh, there is a battery in here. Awesome. And this is the LPE6. Yeah, LPE6N, which I'm pretty sure the 60D takes. If not the 60D, that one doesn't have a battery in it. Well, I'm pretty sure. Let me go check. So I went to go check, and I actually grabbed a Canon 6D battery, and it doesn't say LPE6N, just says LPE6, so I'm pretty sure the N is newer. And I have some third-party batteries here too that worked on the 60D that will probably work on the 80D. So let's just put this battery in and see if it turns on. Oh, battery dead. So let's just try the aftermarket battery that I had for the 60 and see if it works. That's weird. It has a blinky battery indicator. Just getting me a little nervous because that's what the 60 had. Let's try a different battery, see what happens. Maybe that battery was dead. Okay, cool. So we finally got it to turn on. That's very important. Turning on the camera is awesome. So yeah, that's the EOS 80D. We got a little touch flippy screen out here. That looks really awesome. I'm going to go ahead and just put a Canon 50-1.8 prime lens on here. Now this is the Mark 1 version. No, it's the Mark 2 version of the lens. The newer one came out with the STM, so that's kind of cool. So yeah, let's see. We are in aperture priority mode. Let's put it in manual mode. Let's just switch to photo mode. And nice. Oh, I didn't put an SD card in here. You know, I should have put an SD card in here. Let me go grab an SD card. I'm unprepared today. Alright, cool. So, got an SD card. Gonna put it in the slot here. The 80D only has one slot. And yeah, so awesome stuff. As you can see here, the screen is off. Turn the screen back on. Ooh, that looks cool. And you got that crop sensor. Look here, everything's zoomed in. I'm gonna focus here. I'm gonna focus on the 7D. Oh yeah, 7D. Let's actually look through the viewfinder here. Ooh, wow. Okay, I gotta adjust the diopter here. Ooh, I like how quick that was. Ooh, and the 7D looks pretty nice too. That took a picture very quick. Let me just adjust the diopter. There we go, looking good. 7D, work it, girl. Nice. So, yeah, I like that. That looks really cool. That camera, compared to the 60D, definitely takes a photo quicker, it feels like. There's no, like, shutter lag. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not really going to go through the menus much here, but I am pretty impressed with how this is working so far. I'm going to go switch it into movie mode. Let's see what's up here. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to focus on this box cutter. Nice. Cool. Let me just hit record. Looks like we got the dual pixel autofocus here working. You can kind of hear the lens creaking a little bit. Let me hit record and see what we got. Looks pretty cool. Focus on the light here. We got exposure compensation on it, looks like. There's my roommate's messy room. There's that knife. See if it focuses. Ooh, smexy. Cool. So overall, I am very impressed so far with the 80D. I'm going to switch it off of movie mode because that's pretty cool how, you know, the lens creeps back and forth and gets that autofocus going for video. That's definitely something I missed or didn't have with the 60D, because the 60D was just like the 70 right here, where I had to like guess what's in focus, pray that it's in focus, and set it up and go. At least with the 60D, I can flip out the screen. The 70, I have no idea. But I did record some few test stuff, so it should be fine. One reason I decided to go with the 80D over like the SL2 or the newly announced SL3 is because of these jacks right here. These jacks, Captain Jack Sparrow. I use one of these a lot I do real estate photography, and this thing, I usually use my 10 to 20. I got a 10 to 20 on the 7D right now. So 10 to 20 is on the 7D. I would usually use that on my real estate photography thing, and I would plug in this thing and just kind of drape it over the lens here, if this was my 10 to 20 Sigma lens, and you know, just kind of fire away like that with this thing on a tripod, so I had a little bit more room, and I could run out of a room if I was in the reflection of a mirror, because we exposure stack everything, so it's pretty cool. So the reason why I got the 80D as opposed to the SL2 is because on the SL2, their docks, you know, their port is like right here instead of like right off to the side. So if I'm going to use this mirror, this LCD screen, like, it would rub up against those ports, and I definitely don't like that. Now this one, the two ports here are the HDMI and the USB, so that's not that big of a deal for me, because I'm not going to be using that, so I can still, you know, flip out and swivel the screen. Which is awesome. I'm really excited that I purchased this 80D and that, you know, it looks magnificent, and it's going to serve me well. I recommend, if you're looking for a good camera in 2019, I would definitely pick this sucker up. I mean, like, right now, you can get them for like around $730. That's how much I paid for on Amazon right now. Right now. And yeah, I think it was a good buy. This camera sells new for still like 900 something, so definitely recommend picking it up. You know, you might be able to get away with the SL2, but I always felt I didn't want to have to like show up to a client and be like, hey, so here's my little camera, because I was talking with a guy and I did some video work for him, and he has an M50, a little Canon mirrorless, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I was thinking about getting that. And he's like, oh, it's my wife's camera. I'm like, ew, you know, like, I don't want to show up and shoot something that this guy's wife shoots with. Obviously, it's in the hands of a professional, so I would do a better job, but you know, like, having a bigger body makes it stand out just a little bit, and just being able to have those jacks on the side, like, I'm really happy with that. And we have more autofocus points, so, you know, this isn't quite a sports camera, because I think it shoots at, like, 6 frames a second or something like that, but if you're going to compare the 60D with the SL2, they have similar autofocus points. Like, this thing only has 9 autofocus points, so, like, yeah, it's pretty bad. But, you know, I was definitely thinking about upgrading the 6D when it died to the SL2 or even the new SL3. This is a better bang. It's the same size. I love this form factor. I love the flippy screens. I love, you know, having all the ports on the side and having the touch screen. So, yeah, this has been Anthony V. Thanks for tuning in. Hit that like button if you like it. Leave a comment. You know what all these YouTubers say. Leave a comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. You know, well, it's probably going to be after Easter when I post this, but happy pre-Easter, after Easter, post-Easter, and remember, God loves you, He died for you, and that's the whole purpose for Easter. So, talk to you in the next video. See ya. Thanks for watching. 80D.